And so that's where we are inside this goblin cave with this man near death, being whipped, and not sure whether things will go well or if things will be.
Getting dicey.
Okay, let's turn Adam's face back on again. There we go. We had
turned his face off.
We had it off from last week when we had our the session. Oh, we need to. Good thing I jumped in to do this all. No, that's not the right one. Kalderra. There we go. Sorry, I just had to make sure everything was back to how it was meant to be. Cool. Let's get some sounds going. Trying to get everything up and running.
Not yawns.
Oh, right. Adam said he's tired. He's allowed to be tired.
Yeah.
He's had it rough.
Fair enough.
By the way, the dog version is the Lupin, but it doesn't sound like there's a 5th edition version of the Lupin.
Poodlins?
Poodlins? Is that one? I feel like that could be one.
Yeah,
that is one?
Definitely, yeah.
Poodlins? That's horrible. Yeah. That's worse than doggos.
I didn't just make it up.
Well, now I don't know.
Good.
Okay. How do we want to... I can't remember the final thing that happened. I think there was probably a scream. Oh, yeah, these 2 goblins that you can see at the top near the campfire. They started running off to the west of the cave, like behind the rocks and into the shadows. And you can... The goblin that was holding the whip, he is going to... without breaking, like, eye contact with you on the other side of that dirty, disgusting pool in front of you, he just moves over to these boxes next to him and starts grabbing equipment and attaching it to him. So he grabs like a javelin and hooks it into the back of his like straps and stuff, and then like quickly grabs a scimitar. I'm going to
Puts
say
it on the end of his spear.
He's not going to do that. He points over to one of the other goblins that's running away. Says, "Skleeb, get your ass back here right now!" And Skleeb. And this one's the one at the furthest away, sort of skids to a halt, and like looks back.
Skids.
Looks back. That's the other one's name. Skids and Skleeb. He sort of drops his head, frustrated, and just sort of plods his way back to the boxes and picks up a blade of his own. What are you guys doing as this is sort of taking place?
Oof. I just realised I'm quite low on HP, so I think I wouldn't be quite so cavalier, and I'd still be feeling quite rough. So I think I'm loath to get into a confrontation. I'm going to go and hide behind Biko, but make it look like I'm not hiding behind Biko. And I'm going to say to Biko, "Oh, looks like we got ourselves into another spot of bother here, Biko. You might need to lead the charge on this one, old son."
Yeah, guys. I think the voice with the boyfriend's over. Gilden should go in. What do you think?
Gilden?
Yeah, it is.
Do you respond?
Gilden is jogging.
Oh, he's already on his way.
There's a candle on top of his head, waving a flickering light. And I imagine the other guys aren't really being seen because I am taking a bit of a taking up all the vision.
Yeah, you're definitely the one.
Light.
You're definitely the one that is being spotted here, being looked at by this larger goblin at the north end of the cave.
Yeah, so I'm jogging because I'm not very fit.
Okay.
So I'm panting, and but I have heard the distressed cries of the boyfriend, and so I don't know. Am I still moving? There's no initiative or.
We're not in initiative order yet, so you're welcome just to do some free moves just up until
How
a
far away
certain
are
point, I
we?
guess.
Let's have a look. That's like 85 feet to that guy that was whipping.
Yeah. As you move around this edge of this pond, the cave sort of opens up further off to the west, and you can't quite see too far into there, but you can hear the sound of like water coming from down that edge as well.
To the west.
Off to the west, yeah. Down in this area here.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going down there though.
Okay.
Not right now.
Yeah.
I'm jogging.
All right. Okay, you continue jogging, and the larger goblin that is watching you just says, "Hold! You stop right there! Why are you here? Leave us!"
It's like a clank, 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 going towards us.
Just still going, just jogging towards.
Yes. I'm going to yell out, "You unhand that boyfriend!" Clank, 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 clank.
Oh, whoops! I've got my
Tom.
Todd, is
No,
that you?
no. Todd's not here. Okay, about that point,
What a twist.
I think about that point, you can just continue your jogging. And they're telling you to stop. You've got no intention of stopping. The larger goblin brings Skleeb over, and they're sort of standing in front of the boyfriend, who's now dropped to the ground. He's our boyfriend now! Skleeb yells out towards you.
He's our boyfriend. Unhand him. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, what's Sacred Flame?
Possible. It's just a cantrip where flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range.
Okay,
So
well, we'll use that as the start of our initiative order. So make sure you select your tokens. And we'll get initiative going.
Initiative somewhere. I always hide this button. There it is.
Biko rolls a 3 + 2 for a 5 initiative.
Oh, wait, do we have all of the old ones on here? We do. Okay, let's delete some. Who has rolled at the moment? Biko's
Me.
5.
DM straight
Okay,
up
cool.
deletes goblins from the universe.
Okay, and we'll just get this guy in there as well.
I don't think my rolls showed up, but I rolled a 17. Or 16 + 1.
16 + 1. Okay, let's just get you in there as well. Did you say 17?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So Biko with a 5, Gildan and Lovejoy both with a 17. Cool. Okay, great. We will start at the top of the turn order. It's the goblins' turn. So yeah, your move didn't take them by surprise, so it just initiated the
Okay.
fight itself. What's Skleeb gonna do? Skleeb is standing next to the larger goblin and pulls his short bow from his side as you continue jogging your way around the pool, and he's just going to take a shot at you, and it is a nat 1. That is
So he shoots his friend.
well, we'll see. He's got a D100 to see how bad this was.
Right in the Skleeb skin.
It's actually pretty bad. He does that. He does a thing where he aims with the bow and arrow. Right. He pulls the arrow back, and instead of letting go of the arrow, he lets go of the bow, and it just fires straight back into his face. And he drops he drops the bow. He drops the arrow, and he manages to do a couple of points of damage to his face.
Is it stuck around his neck? Like dog, 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 dog.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't drop it. It's now around his neck, and he's gonna use the rest of his turn struggling to get his giant head out from around it. The other goblin that you originally saw running around the back of the rocks just continues to head around there. Gildan.
Oh, I cast, Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And they, dear Pelor, burn these goblins, save this boyfriend. And they have to do a dexterity saving throw. However, if they lose, they're only going to take 1 damage.
Dex saving throw. Okay, let's go. I'm assuming it's Skleeb and his boss.
Oh, it's just one of them. Oh, I'm just going for the one that was whipping.
Oh, so you're going
not
for the...
Skleeb.
Okay, yeah, cool. He has rolled a 22.
22? It's pretty good.
So it's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good.
Okay, I jogged the other way.
Anything else from Gildan?
No. Am I close enough to next time? Sorry.
That's all right.
15. So I'm sorry. I'm just figuring out how far away I am. So I am 45 feet.
Yeah.
Might move forward a little bit. Yeah, so I jog another 15 feet ahead.
All right, you continue jogging. You can see that one goblin running off towards the west, further away from you as well.
Oh.
Lovejoy?
Yeah, I similarly wasn't as close as I would like to be to cast a few of these things. I'm going to move a tiny bit closer, so about 10 foot of movement. And I'm going to fire out Ray of Frost at Skleeb.
Okay, poor Skleeb. Yeah, great. Give us a roll to hit.
Ray of Frost is what I say when I cast it. It's cool, eh?
That's
21 is a hit.
pretty good. 21 is a hit.
Oh, my God. This time always done me good. Would not want to be in this guy's shoes. 4 cold damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, that shoots
Right to the
across.
shoe.
Shoots across and just slams into Skleeb, darts past the fire and slams into Skleeb, and just the shock of it hitting, he just like boing, pops the bow off the top of his head as it hits him. But in the impact, you can see that it's left just this intense blistering across him now, and he's panting and finding it very hard to breathe. Can I go now, please? He sort of says to the boss next to him.
His speed is reduced by 10 feet
Okay.
until the start of my next turn as well.
Okay, let's add a little
Skleeb.
reminder.
Common
Skleeb.
Skleeb L, as the kids would say.
Yeah. Anything else from Lovejoy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, it is the larger goblin's turn. What's he gonna do? How far away are you?
If you could run straight to that fire, maybe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, okay. You're close enough.
I thought he was going to run into the fire.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
The fire's even closer. It's,
Yeah,
There's
it's
an
convenient.
if he's looking for something to run into, then the fire's... Yeah.
He grabs Skleeb by part of just the loose leather armor that Skleeb's wearing and just drags him over to these boxes just to keep him nearby. And he grabs a javelin that's lying on these boxes and just tosses it towards Gildan. Not just throws it at your feet.
Okay.
It's an 11, which will be a miss for sure.
Does it land at my feet nicely?
It'll land near you, absolutely, if you're able to it just sort of soars past you and lands maybe 10 foot behind you. And that's that one. Biko, your turn.
All right, Pico's going to run up past Lovejoy. Just as he gets behind him, he's going to yell out, "We're going to save your boyfriend!" And then he's going to run up and take a little squat behind this little rock, and he's going to whip his short bow out and aim at the gobbo closest to the crate. And go,
Okay.
and fire a vicious arrow right into his sternum.
Yeah, give us a roll to hit.
Oh. Is that at Skleeb or the?
That crate goblin. And for a total of 11.
That's just like thunk straight into one of the crates next to where he was reaching to grab for something. And you notice what he's trying to grab for this time, what his arm seems to be reaching out for, is like a large shield. But he doesn't have his hands on it quite yet.
Shield.
Like a Captain America style.
Imagine.
Yeah. Vibranium
goblin.
shield would be great. Anything else from Biko?
Then Biko's just going to be Biko blend. And just snuggle into the rocks around him.
Sounds like a nice tea or something.
A nice Biko blend. Okay. It's back at the goblin's turn. Skleeb is not looking good, and he sort of shakily withdraws another arrow from his quiver at his side and fires that towards Gildan. A 17?
That is a miss. Barely.
Barely a miss. Okay. What I might just check here. Can you give me give me like a perception. Can everyone just give me a perception roll?
Okay. Perception. I got a +3.
So that's
13 for me, all up.
cool.
12 total.
Biko rolls at 11 total, 8 plus 3.
Okay, cool. You don't hear much, but you notice, Gildan, that the goblin that was off to the west is just not there anymore, and it's a little concerning.
David Copperfield.
Yeah, he's actually just really magic. Gildan, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I am. Gildan continues to clank ahead, clank, 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 until he's about 15 feet away. I think that's about 15 feet. Then he, I'll just measure it. Yep, from both of them. Then he puts his hands together like this, with his thumbs touching, and says, "Burning hands," because that's we're saying our spells.
Yeah.
Dugan. So, yeah, burning hands. I'll cast it, and flame shoots from my spread fingers. A thin sheet of flame shoots forth. And each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
And also the fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Oh, okay. That aren't being worn or carried. Okay, good to know. The goblin boss rolls a 10, and Skleeb rolls a 14.
Okay, what do they need to roll? Where's that?
Looks like it was a 13.
A 13, yeah.
Okay, so Skleeb manages to sort of just dive out of the way, just out of reach of that. He's not looking good, but he manages to.
Well,
it's more
they
of
take half damage.
Okay, well, he tries and he sort of scrambles out of the way and he dodges most of it. What's the damage? 17?
17 full
damn.
flame.
Damn, that's a big spell early on.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, like Skleeb thinks he's managed to just dive at the right time, but he inadvertently, the lower half of him as he dives out of the way just gets engulfed in flames. And just the back half of him just turns to ash and dissipates as the top half of him falls to the ground dead.
Under running water.
Skleeb is no more. And with a shot like that, like the goblin boss is just flowed over with fire, just completely covers him in flames, and a few of the crates in behind him start to ignite and go up in flames as well. They're sort of right on the boundary of that cone. There's there's like a little bit of flicker from that, and up goes one of them. And the flames dissipate, and this angry looking ashen goblin is left standing there, shaking, and he, with a ragged breath, he's still alive. He is still alive. With a ragged breath, calls out, "Get your asses in here now!" And there's just like a commotion coming from like the western side of this cave now.
Oh. He's very ass obsessed, this guy, isn't it? He said ass twice. He's only said two things, and ass has been present in both.
It's just, me as the DM really getting into it, bringing myself into the role.
Yes, yeah.
Anything else from
Bringing
Gildan?
your ass game.
Yeah.
I think I will keep running. I probably can get another 10 feet or so.
Just charging in.
Just to the north a little bit. I'm 10 feet away from him now.
Okay. Lovejoy.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I've heard about this commotion, and I've heard about this ass chat, and now I'm wary that there's going to be a lot more ass on the scene.
Right.
So I think I'm going to keep my distance. Let me just see if I'm still within, like a Steven Seagal movie, striking distance, striking. Yep, that's good. We'll go Ray of Frost again on. Is it Goblin Boss is still alive?
He's barely
Not
alive. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell out this time. Have a cold one for me, son. That's so good. We're so proud of that.
That's nice.
Yeah. 18.
Yes.
18 to hit.
He
Nice.
sees it coming and reaches for that shield to hold it up in front of him, just to hope that it can get it in front and block this ray of frost. But because of that flame, spell that Burning Hands, all he ends up bringing back in front of him is like the steel handle, the wooden shield gone up in ash from behind him, and that ray of frost just slams directly into him.
Some Looney
For
Tunes.
one cold damage.
One cold damage.
Yeah. It's like my spell did one before.
Okay, well, it's done some damage. He's still standing, but
wow.
it's the impact of it is enough to like dust off a bunch of the ash, and you can just see this blistering 3rd-degree burns covering most of his body now.
Be quite cooling.
He's like,
Salve.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's such a cool thing to say as I did it as well. I'm so disappointed with the lame strike power of it. Yeah. That's me done.
Okay. All right, it's the goblin boss's turn. And he just spends his time just moving slowly, leaving little ashy footprints behind him as he walks over to Gildan. And he just reaches for the scimitar at his side. And with whatever energy he's got left, just slashes out twice against Gildan. So it's a roll of a 21 and a 10.
21 hits.
And for some reason, the damage isn't rolling, so let's just do
No damage then.
a d6 plus 2. 7 damage as that scimitar slashes against you.
Yeah, ouchies. I've only got 8 left.
Okay. And he's just snarls, and it's like a little bit of that like puff of smoke comes out as he snarls at you. Biko, over to you.
Biko, seeing this vile goblin attack his mate Gildan, is going to dash forward behind the rocks and ready his bow, aim for the inner part of the ear called the hirulum, and
Okay.
loose a shot towards his foe. vicious accuracy with a roll of 18 total.
Yeah,
8
perfect.
piercing and 4 sneak damage.
Yeah, that you can describe this one. What happens with that arrow? Because this is enough to kill this larger goblin.
That's a lot of damage.
As the arrow thwips through the air, it makes a slight sound, but the goblin doesn't have enough time to turn his head in time, and it goes into his little eardrum. It makes a little dum 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 as it goes through the brain and out the other side, and then pop out the other side. And the goblin doesn't hear anything ever again.
Gilden, it's too quick, but you do hear that as it exits the other side of his head, and the goblin just drops, crumples down to the ground. And as he lays there on the ground, his hand unfurls, and this piece of paper that he's obviously been holding onto and somehow managed to keep safe from that flame, falls from his hand down onto the ground next to him.
Oh.
Anything else from you, Biko?
Beak will just yell out, "Boyfriend band!"
Okay, boyfriend what?
Boyfriend band.
Boyfriend band.
Yep.
Okay.
He was going for the alliteration.
Okay.
For the word.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing.
And like a music band, or like they're not allowed to have boyfriends.
Like the music band.
Okay.
We're all of us here for the boyfriend.
Yes.
like a backup band.
Lovejoy, you hear the slapping of like wet feet on stone as two goblins.
Look out, Gilda will be coming around the corner.
I forgot he's really in defeat now. Oh.
These guys look quite sweaty, and they're holding onto their scimitars. And then also, Gilden, you can hear the sound of feet. Just feet. That's all you can hear. As the sound of numerous feet on stone slaps behind you. One of them has enough left in him to let loose an arrow, but it soars past you. Maybe he sees that the goblin boss, he came running expecting his boss to still be alive, and seeing him dead, smoking and burnt on the ground, lets loose the arrow, and it just like hits one of the rocks at the back of the cave.
Smoking kills. So I'm not gonna say that. Because that was his thing.
Gilden, we're back with you.
Oh, okay. Gilden is gonna reach down and pick up that piece of paper that was dropped by the goblin.
Okay.
As he continues jogging forward, can I glance at it as I'm jogging, or
I can, yeah.
say one big word on it?
You can see just quickly there's some sort of sketch on the paper, and it looks like just and it looks like there's some words written on the top in Celestial, which you recognize. You recognize that it's Celestial straight away. But you don't have much time to get in much more than that.
Okay, I'm going to stuff it down my chainmail top there, and just continue to jog towards the boyfriend. Is he tied up or anything? Is he chained?
No. So he was just in front of what basically just a rock wall. You can see where he has managed to dislodge a few rocks. He hasn't really made much progress for whatever the goblins were wanting. And he is just out of breath and bleeding on the floor now with the pickaxe next to him.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm saying, don't worry about the pickaxe now.
And just so you guys don't get the wrong idea, the top right where it sort of just goes to black, that is a wall of a cave. It's not another exit or anything that you can...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine if that was the exit, though. Be good.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab boyfriend's hand, and I say, "Let's get out of here, this way." And I'm going to run back the way I came, to the south.
Okay.
And hopefully
he's
pulled along.
He'll slow down your movement. He's not able to walk by himself. And
he can't walk. Okay, I'm going to pick him up. This is going to be like
the bodyguard.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh, right.
What were you going to say?
Wasn't it? Maybe that was what I was thinking. I was thinking the bodyguard. Isn't there a moment
Yeah,
in the bodyguard?
Tina
as well?
That's what I was thinking of. What's Officer and a Gentleman?
I think it's an officer and a
Does
gentleman
have
as
it
well.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Picking up. That was big at
Yeah.
that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up my boyfriend here and start walking out of the cave. But just before I pick him up, I'm going to turn around and look at those goblins, and I'll be like, "You stay over there," and I'm going to Peter make them stay over
Put
there.
down our boyfriend.
Never. He's our boyfriend. Okay, cast Sacred Flame at the one that just told me to put down my boyfriend.
Okay. Now, does that require an empty hand of any sort?
No, just before I pick him up.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that if you like.
60 feet, and they have to do a dex saving throw, just the one person.
Just the
goblin.
one. Okay.
And if it hits, it will do 8 radiant damage.
They've rolled a 20.
Well, they've done well.
Is that half damage or is that?
No, it's just
No.
a cantrip. It's just flames, magic flames appear on them. So yeah, I guess I'm carrying the boyfriend now.
Okay.
And how far? So maybe I'll just move 5 feet for now.
Oh, I'll let you go 10. I'll let you go 10 feet, and we'll
Okay.
have this guy. So while carrying him, it's reducing your speed down to 10 feet.
Okay.
Cool. Lovejoy. You've noticed the slapping of the feet on stone behind you, and you turn to see 2 goblins armed with scimitars. Like, just kind of like making little goblin noises and being really lithe and active on their feet.
Where are they? Behind me?
Yes. Oh, you don't have dark vision, so you actually just turn around and notice that the main amount of light that is being created in this room is coming from that campfire, and that you can just feel the presence of some goblins in the shadows behind you.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna run over to Biko. But under the guise of bravery, I'm going to be like, Biko, me old mucker, is everything all right? Can I do anything for you?
Yeah, let's save the boyfriend. Good idea. Yeah, Lovejoy. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, now that I'm here, I can see those 2 goblins over yonder.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
being lit up by the campfire.
Oh. No, they're too far away for me to do what I want to do. It's a shame. I think that's it for this turn. I think I'm just going to go and hug close to Biko.
Okay. It is Biko's turn now.
All right, Biko's gonna pop his way out from the rocks to have a look around and look over at Gildan carrying the boyfriend. His heart's gonna just feel warm. He's like, yeah, and then he's gonna see the gross eyes reflecting the light of the campfire on the opposite side of the cave. It was like, I can help you with that. You piece of shit. Biko bow. And it's gonna loose another arrow towards.
Cool. Gives a roll.
I'm starting to see why this guy was a failed physician with comments. I can help you with that eye problem, you piece of shit.
With a nat 20.
Whoa.
He is an ophthalmologist.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you don't get to use the sneak attack because it's not a surprise attack, and you don't have one of your friends within 5 feet of the guy. But you do double dice, which it's rolled for you already. 1d6. So you haven't rolled well for the damage, unfortunately. But which one? So the one that was calling out was at the top there.
Yep.
So you do, what's that, 4 damage? All right, sweet.
4 juicy damage.
Oh yeah, there's just lands square into like the chest of one of the goblins, and he screams out "Ah!" as it hits, and he just like breaks off the stem of the arrow and just leaves the arrowhead in him. Doing 4 damage, and he's just like blood is now like just pouring from that area. Anything else from Biko?
Yeah, Biko will run back to Lovejoy and be like, did you see I turned the iron? And then blend.
Okay. It is the goblin's turn. Biko and Lovejoy, you hear almost like some chatter between some of the goblins. It's not in common, so you don't understand it. Just this goblin chatter. And you can hear just a splash from the water behind you, and just the sound of water being sort of kicked around. And then another charging of feet on stone, and you can hear a bow sort of straining and then being released, and an arrow with a roll of 15 towards Biko.
Yow.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, yeah.
Okay. Does so out of the darkness, this thing just comes flying, just grazes across your arm, doing 2 points of piercing damage. The goblins being illuminated by the fire, they I think the one that has been damaged closes the distance a little bit before pulling out a short bow of his own, aims it at Gildan. I said leave boyfriend alone! It's a roll of 12.
That doesn't hit, thankfully.
And the other two follow suit with their bow and arrows. A 12 and 11, both missing. But you're feeling under fire here as three of these arrows just soar past you into the cavern walls behind you, glancing off some of that armor that you've got.
My candle flickers in the wind.
Gildan, it's your turn.
Oh. I'm going to continue running to the south. Only 10 feet. 5, 10. With the boyfriend. And I'm going to just do the same thing as last time. Sacred Flame.
So you move him 10 feet, put him down onto the ground, cast Sacred Flame. Who are you aiming this one towards?
The one that has come forward.
All right. It's a Dex saving throw. He has rolled a 6, which is a fail.
Oh, good. So he takes 5 radiant damage.
This the radiant sacred flame just sort of envelops from above him, right? Just drops down over the top, coats him in this radiant flame, and it just
Power of Pelor.
He instantly ignites and just burns down to the ground on this smoldering sort of green flame.
Beautiful. I'm going to yell out, I suggest you all leave us alone. I'll feel the power of Pelor.
And you can just hear now from the south in the darkness that even you can't see. It says, I suggest you piss off and leave our boyfriend alone.
Wise guy.
It's Lovejoy.
Lovejoy's becoming deeply uncomfortable at this entire situation. And he's thinking, maybe we should just hand the boyfriend over and leave. That would seem like a wasted trip if we did that. I can't see anything behind me. No, the splashing in the.
No, you can hear some like you heard like something, a big splash in the pool behind you, the smelly, sweaty pool behind you, and you can hear some. You can hear some small bits like splashing in the water behind you, but you look back and it's just blackness, just the darkness of the cave.
Don't like it at all.
Biko with a new arrow wound as well right next to you, which also came from the darkness.
Yeah, not good. Biko's quite small, isn't he?
Biko is small.
Yeah.
Could I Forrest Gump Captain Dan him over to these boxes over here by us?
What is that? Because when Captain Dan doesn't have legs.
Well, no. It's, I think Captain Dan does have legs in the scene I'm imagining, where Forrest picks Captain Dan up and runs through.
Are you an officer and a gentleman?
Yeah, but I think I was trying to move the references ever so slightly forward to 1994.
When does Officer and Gentleman come out?
Well before that, I imagine. But yeah, can I
Yeah.
take Biko and kind of, I want to tuck him away in here.
Okay. Is Biko receptive for that?
Like a little pet.
Not like a pet. Like I'm trying to put him to safety.
I think they're going to say
I
sleep.
didn't know you could do this. Look at that. If you right click, you can
That's
create a
cool.
path.
Oh, that's cool.
Biko trusts Lovejoy, and he sees that glimmer of confidence in his eye, and he knows what's up. So he's like, yeah. You can be my vehicle, and I'll be your gun turret. Yeah.
I was thinking more like Captain Dan from the popular movie Forrest Gump.
Or Master Blaster from
There we go.
Mad Max 3,
Yeah.
Thunderdome,
Yeah.
starring Tina Turner.
Biko didn't see that movie, but he can.
Okay, cool. Basically, I wanted to get Biko and myself in a place that's harder for arrows to hit coming out of the darkness. Okay. That's my plan. Are you going to use that? You are. You're going to say that's my action, aren't you? That seems like the sort of deeming you do.
That can be your movement. I'm happy with that being your movement.
Okay, that's very good of you. I'll just as a preemptive strike. This is going to seem maybe a little bit weird, but this rock face over here, I'm going to cast Mold Earth on it. Let me just point to that on the map.
Now we definitely need to figure out this Mold Earth thing because.
Don't worry, you're not going. There's nothing special or fancy about this. It's well within the rules. I'm just going to cause this to become difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Like 5 foot of this, wherever looks like the easiest to get out of the pool, up here. I'm just going to say that's difficult terrain now with my Mold Earth.
Yeah,
Make it into tiny Lego-shaped objects.
Kind of like that area there, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That can definitely be
not like Lego. I'm imagining it's going to be slick, so that goblin-y hands couldn't climb up on it. It's going to be an inverse,
like a little skateboard ramp.
Yeah. If anyone's seen Wipeout, the very top of the wall that they have to climb up at the end.
Oh, okay.
It's like that.
Wipeout.
Yeah, we can make that so you've kind of.
Fuck is Wipeout? Is it like Gleaming the Cube?
American Ninja.
Haven't you seen that? I thought everyone's seen Wipeout.
Oh, the TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
I know.
fucking move that thing now. God damn it. I was going to move it a little.
Castle.
We'll just say it's right on the edge of that sort of cave floor, right? Right as that pool comes up, you've made that a lot harder to get up out of. Cool, Biko, over to you.
All right, Biko's enjoying Lovejoy's stealthy vibe, so he's gonna pop out with his short bow, see the goblin on the far side of the cave, and be like, "Piece of shit!" and launch an arrow over at him.
Okay, give me a roll to hit.
Whew, arrow looses with a roll of a total of 15.
That is a meets beats. You got him. You got him with that one.
Yeah, for a 3 piercing.
Cool. And again, a similar thing. It just thuds into his thigh. It does the same thing. It's like it's something that they're just, as instinctive, they just try and snap off the arrow and just leave that arrowhead in there to continue the fight.
That's good first aid, really. You don't want to pull it out in this sort of situation.
It's accurate. Biko is slightly frustrated with his effective use of first aid from the enemy, and he's going to use the rest of his movement to duck into the crates and then blend into the night.
Biko is now hidden. It is the goblin's turn. I think there's the goblin that was still on, you could hear walking on the stone. He's staying into the shadows and is just going to let loose another arrow in Lovejoy's direction. That is a roll of a 20, which will, unless you've got some sort of reaction or anything, I think that's probably a hit.
Yeah, well, it would be, but I did put us down behind these crates for a reason to protect us from the arrows. Remember?
Yeah, so that
Get some cover.
would give you some cover for that, which would what was the
Is it half cover?
half
It's
cover? Like it's a plus.
They need to roll a 21.
With half cover, you get a +2 bonus to AC. So whatever your
Is
AC
that
is, add 2 to it. And I'd say that's probably a roll of 20 still probably manages to make contact. So,
Does.
Cool rules, Wizards of the Coast.
doing a total of 5 piercing damage.
Oh, well, good news. Once again, I'm in a dying state.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Yeah. Okay. You
gagging space.
take that arrow into the chest, and it just drops you down into the ground.
Shot through the heart.
And you can hear just like from the shadows.
Yes, we got him, guys. We're winning this. We're winning.
And that bolsters the confidence of these other two who sort of step forward with their short bows and let loose towards Gildan.
Oh, we did.
Roll of a 15 and a 1 yet again. So
Oh,
let's roll a D100, see how bad this one goes. There's actually a double one as well, which is all right, 53
double.
is not
Yeah,
too
double
well.
one. That means he dies.
No,
He explodes.
it's what's going to happen
I mean,
here?
no.
It does sort of ricochet off a rock and just bounces like straight, hits like one of the stones in front of the fireplace and ricochets back into his mate, dealing a couple of points of damage into his mate next to him. What was the other roll? So there was a 15. I'm assuming a 15 is not a hit for Gildan.
He's got 18
Damn.
AC.
All right, Gildan, we're back with you.
Okay. I've just heard some gagging over in the corner.
You have.
Serious.
Where he
Right.
took
It wasn't
Pico.
gagging. I don't want to be. It wasn't gagging. That's very much not what it was.
It's
You
gurgling.
you saw him and Biko go off behind some boxes, and now there's some gagging happening.
All right. So, well, I heard gurgling like blood and
Gagging on Baco's slimy mushroom.
You can see it as well. It's like the
what,
campfire.
slimy mushroom. Don't end up like that.
You can see Lovejoy on the ground, bleeding.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to use my last spell slot, and I'm going to yell out, "P-Law, please, please save Lovejoy." I gotta look up his name. It's been a little while. Okay, so I cast that. It won't do much.
It's not bad.
5 healing.
It undoes what just happened to him, so it's not too bad.
Goodness me. I'm gonna
So
yell.
do I just add those hit points back on, do I?
You do, yeah. You just get those straight back on there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thanks. Don't thank me. Thank P-Law. And also donations appreciated. I'm going to. I've heard that sound from the south now, where
Yeah.
I can't see where they are, and I don't like that. And it's just they've just shot them. I'm going to yell out, "I'm going to go to the west," and start jogging with my boyfriend here. To the west. Oh wait, I can do an action because that's a bonus action.
Oh, fantastic.
Healing word. My action is going to be drinking a potion that I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay.
Where is it? Potion of healing. Here it is. Anyway, I'll display it. 2d4 plus 2
Should just be able to.
HP.
Oh,
Oh, maximum.
a perfect
Oh, that's-
roll.
9.
Oh, almost a perfect roll.
Whoa.
Oh, one of the rolls, I think. There's a 4, a 3, and a +2 or something.
I mean, that's gotta help.
Great.
Cool. Lovejoy. You just remember like this pain, this absolute pain of this thing, this arrow hitting you, and then blackness before you just sort of like splutter back to life, feeling a lot healthier. The arrow now at your side, like it's been pushed out and is already healing over.
Oh, I've been in the fucking walls today. Oof. Let me just measure up. Yeah.
Can I just get a perception roll from everyone?
Oh god. Yeah, timing could be better.
Oh, I got a 20. 23.
17 for Love Dog.
PK rolls a 10 plus 3 for 13.
Okay, you all hear this. Like there was back when you first entered the cave, and the sound of that pickaxe on the rock. There was like the sound occasionally of like what sounded like cracking of rocks and a little bit of a rumble through the cave. At this point now, you feel another sort of a bit of a rumble through the ground, and a splinter of rock just sort of like cracks. And you hear and see this little crack just start where the boyfriend was digging, and just sort of like splinters across the ground towards the fireplace.
Huh.
Oof. I think we're in for a bit of a health and safety issue.
Cool. So sorry, Lovejoy.
That aside, we should probably get out of here. I am going to quickly fire off another ray of frost at, let's call him Skleeb 2. This guy, this character here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us a roll.
Jeez, I've almost got to sort of bend it like Beckham around old Gildan there. Ray of Frost. 9 total.
That is a miss.
You're joking.
I'm not. It's
Okay.
surprising, I know. Anything else from Lovejoy?
No, but as Adam, I've got the dry horrors. I'm just going to nip out for a quick drink.
All right, we can
We can either take a break, or I can just go quickly grab it and come straight back.
No, we can take a break now. I think that's cool.
Oh,
Let's take a break.
Whew, wee.
Cool.
yeah. Get these music bars. I forgot about.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Great. How have you guys been anyway since our last game?
I built this. It's a container with Nemas in it.
What a
What are
Nemas.
Nemas? The M&Ms, because they're Neem. They're just M&Ms.
Okay. Is there a story behind Nemas?
Well, no.
Okay.
But it sounded good.
You should write, you know how they have M on them. You should go in and individually
Scratch them,
write
make an
Nema
M.
on each.
Yeah.
Not just an N, not just change the M to an
Not
N,
an
but
N.
actually write Nema on every single one.
Repackage them, sell them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, what was
price.
that company in New Zealand they got done for?
Adding Whitaker's chocolate to like pineapple lumps or something?
The pineapple lumps, yeah. Well, maybe their own chocolate or something,
Right,
but just
right.
over the top of pineapple lumps and selling them as like a boutique
Yeah.
Whoa.
treat.
Yeah, that
They
was
said-
so
they
bizarre.
said that-
It looks like they'd gotten away with it for like years.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they said the demand was higher than they thought, so they had to do it.
We had to do something illegal. We just had to.
It's just really shitty, even if it's not illegal. It's probably not illegal. It's
It's-
pretty crap.
I
Surely
think
you'd contact Whitaker's and be like, hey, how about we buy heaps of your chocolate? We'll give you a deal, cut you in on the old profits.
yeah.
Live the dream.
Because I don't even believe they bought them wholesale or anything. They literally, from what I understand, would just buy
Countdown.
from like Countdown or wherever and just take them back home and throw the chocolate on top. So weird. So weird. I feel like that should at least be a little illegal.
You reckon?
Yeah, like
No, it's just resale of
Depends what they sold it as, right?
like if
If they said this is my own
it's
chocolate,
deceptive.
yeah.
but they were selling them as their own like pineapple chunks, right? They weren't saying these are pineapple lumps without chocolate. They're like these are pineapple chunks.
But everything you buy is like a commodity bought from someone else, so you wouldn't have to. You could say, on the list of ingredients, pineapple lumps. You probably should say, but I don't know if it's illegal.
Right. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Such a bizarre
stupid.
thing. I know. Yeah.
Griffin out.
Okay, cool.
What's the equivalent of that in D&D? Like a goblin, but with a bandit painted on the top?
Yeah, sure. Maybe?
That's rude.
But someone would like kidnap a goblin and then dress him up as like a noble and then tell him to go off and pretend to be a noble somewhere. Like marry him into another family because he's not a goblin, he's a noble. Maybe that's the D&D equivalent. Yeah.
And he sells illegitimate pineapple chunks.
Yeah. So desperately trying to move this thing that I drew on the map, and it's just It's not gonna
Erase it and do it again.
I mean, yeah, that's like the easy way out.
Paint over it with clear.
Lyndon Hood in the chat said the equivalent is chocolate-coated goblins, which yeah.
Pro move.
Now we're talking. Damn it! Why can't I move this thing? I can rotate it. That's the best thing I've got.
If you rotate it quick enough, it'll be airborne, and you can move
And then
it
I
off.
can just like waft it somewhere else.
Mm.
Right, I'm just going to do what you said. Delete it. No,
Can you just do you press delete?
Yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't move it, but I could just delete it, which seemed to work.
Legendary action.
yeah. Okay. All right. All right. How's everyone in the chat enjoying tonight's session? I find it really frustrating doing homebrew because there's so many things I want to talk about that I go to talk about, then I'm like, I literally can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. I was super stoked on something that, like, obviously Reese and I are good mates in real life, and we talk a whole bunch, and I'm so tempted every time I create something new to just show him. And so there was something I prepped recently that I was like, oh man, this is so cool, I'm just going to send that through to Reese. And I was just like, he's playing the game. Maybe I'll just hold back a little bit. Yeah. So.
Well, feel free to send it to the people you obviously have no kinship or respect for, myself or Shannon.
Send it my way. I won't give a shit.
I'll be like, cool story, bro.
Whatever.
It was goblin with a short bow.
It was just a goblin with a short. It was bigger goblin.
Wow. God, you're a creative genius.
Sorry, no, I was actually choking on my Oaty slice. I got this Oaty slice and it's bizarrely dry.
They're so dry, the Oaty slice.
Yeah.
So I've been buying those for my partner for. I sound like a piece of shit now, but I've been buying them for my partner for a couple of years. And I tried one recently. Driest thing I've ever had. And I've eaten like a dry wheat bix, and this thing is giving it a run for its money.
The chocolate and apricot ones are pretty good, but they didn't have those. They had this fucking salted caramel thing, and it's like
Sawdust and bloody
Yeah.
flour.
Dip it in Milo, and then just throw it away. Buy some.
Two-step process.
I see you've gone back to big muesli. You were making your own muesli for a while. Bars.
Yeah, true. You have to get back on that. Spent like fucking hours and hours making bread today, and that's like labor intensive for not that much. Felt like I'm in the Middle Ages.
Should we get back into it then?
Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
Do you chocolate coat the bread?
Oh, now we're talking. I should just
Yeah.
buy countdown bread and coat it in my own bread. My own crust.
A little bit of flour over the top so it looks a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. Just score it.
Squish has got the good point here. Just bang it in a pot and boil it. Easy.
Wash it first.
Wash the bread first. That's a callback to our Discord chat about rice cookers for anyone who really wants to get into the deep lore of what happens.
Oh my god.
Discord.
Well, this whole thing, I have to make my own bread because I have to send my bread maker back to get fixed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's another machine.
You're using it to cook rice.
Yeah. Yes.
That'll do it every time.
That'd be good, actually.
All right, we've got the sounds of the cave going again. Lovejoy? Oh, yeah, so Lovejoy, you just fired your ray of frost. What I will say, now that you're sort of amongst those boxes, you're sort of noticing just kind of what is in and around those boxes, just as part of your lying on the ground recovering and then getting up and doing your spell. Like, there seems to be all of these boxes along this side of the wall seems to be filled with different things that belong to the goblins, whether it's stuff that they've stolen or hoarded. There looks to be coins and pieces of art and statuettes and stuff like that.
Any collectibles? I suppose it's all collectibles.
Yeah, like there's definitely like some stuff in there that you might think of as a collectible. Like I said, there's like small statuettes and stuff that you can see. So it's just something that you quickly take in as you sort of stand around these boxes.
I'll grab half a dozen of those to start with. And...
Okay. Biko, over to you.
All right, Biko's going to see the goblins on the far side of the cave, and he's going to line up his bow to see if he can get it to pass through the fire of the fire in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
And then use that to lighten their load on life by killing them.
Okay. Yeah. This is great.
Biko rolls a total of 17 for 8 piercing and 5 sneaky.
Which of the two are you firing upon?
Biko's thinking of the most northern goblin.
Okay. You just fire straight through the flame. You hadn't really prepped anything to really like make it easily ignite, but a little bit of the feathers on the back catch on fire and strike straight into this goblin, doing, was that 13 damage?
13.
Just kills him straight away. Just like you don't think that little flicker of flame on the tail end of the arrow is going to do anything, but the arrow passes directly through his face and just sits there singeing his eyebrows with the tail as he just drops down onto the ground, dead.
Is that the fletching?
Yeah, that's the one.
Felching?
We don't need to go back. We don't need to go back to this.
I forget how you say it.
Say it perfectly the first time. I've forgotten how to say it. Anything else from Biko?
Biko will just call over to Lovejoy. Lovejoy, you okay with the old blood and stuff? I can stretch, maybe.
I'm all right, thanks, mate. I'm all right. I'm getting there. I've been better.
The goblin that just saw his friend drop screams out in a goblin scream, and as he runs towards Gildan, he pulls the scimitar from his side and slashes out. With a roll of a 6, these goblins are not good. Just sort of like clangs against your armor and scrapes up the side of your armor.
Just had that buffed. What an asshole.
And from the shadows, an arrow shoots out and again just clings off your armor, Gildan. And that's from the shadows to the south. Gildan, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hit this one in the face with the mace.
Okay, great.
12 plus 3 for 15.
That's a hit,
Oh, yeah. 7 bludgeoning damage.
which is the perfect number of hit
Damage.
points that a goblin has. So would you like to explain what happens to the goblin standing in front of you?
Yes, he gets a mace right down on his nose, and it makes a just a solid.
And he just drops, just like with that, just like makes that splat sound, and his knees give way, and he just collapses down onto the ground, dead.
Oh, I do feel sorry for them, but not that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know if I should run to the south or the west. So does it look like they came from a tunnel? Or can I see where they came from?
Off to the west, all you can see is that the cave tunnel sort of goes further, descends a little bit, like a few steps, and then just blackness from beyond that.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with what I know. Then I'm going to run to the south, the way we came in.
Okay.
Oh, I can see one now.
Yeah, you now
Southwest.
see a goblin standing at the edge of this. What must be their bathing spot, maybe, and and he's got his short bow in his hands, and he's just watching.
Swimming trunks.
No, he's watching you come, sort of heading down. Okay, Lovejoy.
Feeling slightly emboldened now by the mounting death toll of the goblins. I'm gonna run out. Yeah, I can make it right to the boyfriend.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm gonna run out right to the boyfriend. Now, bear in mind, I've grabbed some trinkets and collectibles, so I'm laden with treasure.
Well, I don't
I
know.
see.
Unless that's an action you take, that it's basically obtaining a bunch of stuff, picking up or grabbing an item will take up an action. So do you do that?
No.
Okay.
If it's going to cost me an action, no. I just thought it would be a fun thing that my character could do because it's very on brand, but don't worry about it. I've run over to the boy.
I can say
run
you
it.
can definitely have just like grabbed the closest thing near you. We'll say that you've just like reached for this little
Perfect.
statuette that was right next to you.
A
Right.
new inbox Walkman.
Well,
It's like a little carved bone statuette of like a
it's
knight.
worth quite a bit of money. I think that looks like an original. Yeah. And I've just seen when I've made that move towards the boyfriend, a little goblin foe has lit up in front of me that I can see.
Yeah. The light from Gildan's head-mounted candle is shining enough light for you to be able to see that goblin now.
I take a gasp and then I cast Infestation on him.
Oh,
Oh,
very nice.
Dang.
He's already probably got one.
He's already got it.
He's going to get another one.
All right. God, I'm one of the worst players of this game that's ever existed. I reckon that's a 6.
Well, no.
Good.
It's
No, that's the damage.
that's the damage. So we've got to do a Constitution saving throw here.
He needs
6
to
poison
beat
damage as well.
13.
It is a 1.
Oh.
It is a 1.
Oh.
He's failed.
Oh, finally. Yeah.
So, so what is infestation? Do you want to describe
He takes-
infestation?
Yeah. He gets a cloud of mites and fleas and other parasites appear on him. He must succeed on the con saving throw, or he takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction.
Okay.
So you roll a d4, I think, right?
Roll a d4 for the direction. 1 north, 2 south, 3 east, or 4 west.
All right, give us a D4.
Happy to.
Into the drink. 2 of them will probably send him tumbling down that fucking thing.
Pretty much.
2
Which is 2.
South.
south.
Oh yeah, so these mites. He's got his like bow in his hand. He's like getting ready to knock another arrow, and he just notices these little mites and starts picking them off and like starts picking and eating some of the ones just instinctive for him. But until he finds himself just completely overrun with them and they're all biting away at him. And he starts screaming and swatting at himself and just like loses his balance and falls backwards, sliding and bouncing down and through the rock and into the water. You don't see him. He's disappeared off into the water with a splash, but you do hear like a like bone on rock as part of that tumble, and then a splash, and then there's just like silence.
Oof. Might need to call the fumigator in for that one, me old mate.
Okay, anything else from Lovejoy?
He just looks the boyfriend up and down and says, "Lovejoy Solomus." I don't know what she sees in this guy. I'm thinking about having a crack. Thinking about having a crackadoo when we get out of here. If this is the best she can.
He's 80 years old, the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Biko, we're over to you at this point.
Biko's seeing his mates escort the boyfriend out, and he's going to rush over and join them. And be like, "Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you all right? Do you need anything? I can help with your wounds if you like. I'm a doctor,
just
pretty
about
much."
to come back for you.
I missed that. Sorry, what was that last bit?
Biko's going to offer his medical expertise to the boyfriend.
Okay, cool. As you run towards the group, you can see just a goblin like face down in the pool beyond, just with your dark vision, and you can see there's like the water has been stained with his blood as well. He's just motionless in the water. Yeah. So what are you wanting to do for boyfriend? Have you got something that you're wanting to?
Biko has a healer's kit.
Okay.
So he can use that for helping someone in a dying state to stabilize them. But I figured he could do something nice for him. It doesn't have to be tangible.
Yeah.
But he'll make out like he's helping, whether that be bandage some of his bleeding or something like that.
Yeah, we can say that maybe Gildan, you place the boyfriend down on the stone for Biko to take a look over, and you've started using your healer's kit to bandage up and try and disinfect maybe some of the wounds on his back from the whip. And just did you have? Did any of you still have one of the good berries from earlier? I'm not sure if they were all down.
We had good berries?
I remember someone got some good berries, yeah. But I think they may have already been.
I think we said that they'd been left for us.
That's right. I think there was like 6. No, it was like 4 good berries or something like that.
Oh.
But yeah. Anyway, so you managed to get some health back into this guy, just stabilize him a little bit, and he's trying to get up on his own 2 feet at this point. And he's, thank you for saving me.
Biko would like to include a couple of like pat down maneuvers, as if he was carrying some weapon and entering a club, because he thinks that's medically related. Like, yeah, you'll be okay. It doesn't help at all, but it looks very good to someone who's with no medical knowledge or is slightly stupid.
Yeah. There's like a splashing from the water, and you can hear like this goblin going, but then just like the scrabbling of claws on rock as he splashes back down into the water. Like he's tried to get up onto that part of the rock that has made difficult terrain, losing all element of surprise as he splashes back down into the water.
There's one more, guys!
Gildan, we can jump back to you. That was the...
Oh, I can see him, yes.
Yeah, you totally can.
He's appeared. He got home alone. Yeah, I'm going to... Okay, well, I'll just do Sacred Flame. Pelor. I've got both my hands free now.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Please burn this man.
Pelor, please burn the man. Okay,
DC 13. It's only 2 damage.
There's a 10, which is a fail.
Oh, good. Well, he takes 2 radiant damage.
All right, it's the radiant flame, sacred flame. Cool. It's just like his head's poking out. He's
Boiling.
like trying to stay afloat in this like pool, and it's just this flame wrapping around his head. And he just dunks back down under the water and comes back up to try and douse it. But it's done a couple of points of damage to him. Okay, Lovejoy.
I mean, we're here now. I might as well Ray of Frost him.
Why not?
Cantrip. It's a cantrip, so we'll give it a bloody red hot bash. Well, red hot's probably the wrong term for this as well, but yeah. Oh, no, it's a waste of time. 9. 9 for a hit.
Give me with advantage since you're above him, so we have elevation rules.
That's what I was thinking as well.
And he's flailing.
Yeah, 20 that time? Oh,
Yeah.
no, sorry, 12. 12. I accidentally clicked it twice.
Okay, you do like hit the water around him, which like starts just freezing over.
Sick. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
He looks like a slushy, like he's swimming in a slushy now.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Like a frozen
Which is
Coke.
making it much harder for him to stay afloat. Just as instead of like being able to kick through it, it's just sort of dragging him under a little bit.
Take that.
Biko?
Take that, you fucking twat.
Anything from Biko?
Biko's loving this vibe. He's like, oh yeah, the combo. Love it, Lovejoy. And he's going to just take a lot of time, like the maximum amount of action he can use to eye up this shot with the guy flapping in the water, and then loose an arrow right into his nostril.
Nice. He's coming up to get
Right.
like a breath of air and is like exposes his nostril to you. Give it with advantage. Yeah, give us
I'll
definitely
definitely
give us another
take
roll.
the advantage for a greasy nat 1. And the second roll is a total of 8 for plus 4.
Okay, well, he's a seemingly easy target that is becoming very. He just keeps dunking down underneath. We'll see what happens. Okay, so with the water turning to slush and these arrows firing at him, he loses his ability to stay afloat, and this arrow
His will to live.
sinks down through past him, and he just kind of just goes under, and doesn't resurface.
In the end, it was Mother Nature that got him because we couldn't.
Old
He dies of
age.
old age.
Yeah, killed this goblin.
It's around that.
Heart gave out.
It's around that same time that there's a flickering of light from the entryway that you came in. You can hear some voice and some familiar voices, including
Right on
the
time.
including the voice of the girl that was needing your help. And it's a group of 3 or 4 that have come through with little daggers drawn. They don't have much. They're kind of all a bit frightened, and the girl is leading the group with a torch in her hand, which is now lighting up the cavern a bit more. And she sees the 3 of you, and she sees her boyfriend, and she calls out for him. You guys have managed to save the day. The girl and the group make their way around this pool. They're kind of holding their nose, and they're heading up to the boyfriend and sort of looking him over and oh, you've done a great job. You've done Biko, is this you? Or you've done a great job of tending to his wounds. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. He had the old near-death thing and the blood and the stuff, but you keep the blood in, not the blood out. Yeah.
The girl is focused solely on her boyfriend, and she's just looking. Oh, honey, you okay, dear? Are you okay? And she's like looking him over, and he's tired on his feet and throws his arm around over her shoulder, and I just want to. I need to get out. I need to. We've got to stop hiding our relationship, dear. And as they sort of say, as they start moving their way out of the cave, the whole group now leaving the spoils of the cave and the dead bodies around you to you.
I'm going back to those trinkets.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can definitely spend some time looking over what's in the boxes. What's in the box?
The money in
another-
the bag. What do you say, Kalderra? You know that?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, I've net 20'd an investigation.
Whoa.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. You managed to go directly to like specific. You just feel that box there is where you want to start. You head straight towards that box just up in the top right corner, and it is just filled with coins. You've got what looks to be a mixture of gold, silver, and copper. Just thousands of these coins. But obviously, because of the denomination, maybe with your expert kind of analysis, you'd say that's probably a good 250 gold pieces equivalent in there. There you find some other. Are the rest of you sort of going through and having a look through the boxes, or what are the other characters doing? Biko?
Yeah, Biko will help out.
Okay, Biko, you managed to find this a box that has a black velvet mask with like a bunch of like stitching around it. It's quite an ornate. It looks very expensive. Well, from what Biko assumes is a very expensive thing. There's
Biko.
Oh yeah.
Can Biko take that to Lovejoy and he'll be like, "What do you think, Lovejoy? Is this worth hanging on to?"
Ooh, it looks like an ordinary child's mask. I think he's just a sort of a plaything. I'll tell you what, I'll give you one of these gold coins for it.
Yeah.
And he hands him one of the gold coins from the box he's just found, and he takes them.
Thanks, Lovejoy. And Biko will hand the mask to Lovejoy and embrace the gold coin.
Okay.
Lovejoy will pocket that mask.
Okay, cool. Lovejoy, you like instant. You look it over. You're saying that's probably worth about 25 gold p. You reckon? So you made a nice little profit there already, which you're feeling pretty
So
stoked
salvage
on.
pickers picked one gold coin. I'm gonna ask 25 GP.
Yeah. Biko, you go back to that box and there's a little potion in there as well, and you recognize it as, with your profession of healing. You notice it as a potion of greater healing.
Oh yeah, Biko's all about that. He'll pocket that in one of his greasy, leathery pocket.
Yeah, and you also find what you recognize instantly as a bag of holding as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, sorry.
With a bag of holding, he'll go to Gildan and be like, "Gildan, there's a big ass bag here, or it's small. I'm not sure."
It's like a sack size, right? Like it's the kind of thing that you could like tie and hold over your shoulder, sort of like tie and carry over your shoulder like a backpack.
A duffel
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. Duffel bag. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A duffel bag of holding.
Yeah. It
What
looks
do you-
like it fully opened. It'd be about a foot diameter. The opening.
Wow.
What do you think, Gildan? Is this useful for your big person things? I'm not big myself, but
Yeah, do I know what this thing is? Is this a normal thing? Is this a magic bag?
I think the tales of bags of holding are sort of known throughout Faerun.
Right.
It's one of those things that everyone holds dearly, but doesn't. Not everyone has. Like it's a pretty rare item for these.
Magic.
Yeah, it is magic.
Fantastic. Look at that. How much do you think that's worth, Lovejoy? A magic bag.
Ooh, they're fairly common these days. You see a fair few of them coming up for auction. I think the last one went for about 3 GP, I think, or maybe even less than that at auction. I'll tell you what, I'm willing to give you sort of. Actually, no. I think he has a sort of a sudden attack of consciousness and thinks I can't just keep skinning these guys for every nice thing they find. You hold on to that, son. Maybe you'll find a buyer for it one day, but might be useful in the interim.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is pretty neat. I'm going to put really big things in it and then take them out.
yeah.
There's probably one other thing, especially with that great investigation roll from Lovejoy. Back near the sort of that pool area, there was it doesn't look like it'd been worn. It's maybe closer to the crates by the pool more than anything else, and it's just this really, really delicately ornate cloak. Just a really nice full-length cloak.
Wow.
Yeah, there's something about it. You're not sure. Like it seems like there's an air of magic to this cloak, but you're not quite sure.
Oh, have I got the spell for? Oh, I'm not going to use a spell slot on that. No, fuck that.
That was a roller coaster. That was.
I have detect magic,
Yes, do I.
but that's a ritual spell, so you can do it. It just takes 10 minutes. It doesn't use a slot.
Uses a slot for me. It looks like.
Must depend on the.
Class, does it have an
maybe?
R next to it? It has a C and an R.
No, not for me.
Oh.
Well, and then there's also just a bunch of wet furs that are sort of like
wet
dragged
fur.
over like some of the rocks near that sort of bathing area, that salty, sweaty, smelling bathing area.
How much do you think the salty, sweaty, wet fur would be worth?
Wow. It depends on the local fur trading market, really, doesn't it? But
Economy.
they don't look in the best of conditions. I'd probably leave them here if I were you.
It's like skid marks on some of them and stuff. Like they've been trying to
They
like
look.
get some of the skid marks off on the
This
rocks.
is what they wipe their ass with next to the
Yeah.
pond.
You chuck them in your bag of holding.
I'm not putting them in my bag of holding. No, not after I saw the skid mark. I'm just going to walk away from them.
Just move away from. It's like no.
I suppose that goblins don't carry anything interesting, do they?
No, you can take a look over them, but in general, most of their belongings are all sort of tucked away in these crates. There's just like other really manky-looking furs that obviously are in their rotation for clothing. Obviously, they wear them, they take them down and wash them by this bathing area, which is obviously also where they likely bathe as well. You've found or smelt where they go to the bathroom in this cave too. This seems to be where they'd been holed up. And why they were getting someone to sort of pick through the wall, you didn't really find out or figure that out.
I would like
We
to
could-
find out.
We could interrogate the boyfriend when we're back in the comforts of Kalderra.
Although he probably won't know. He's just been told to do it. I'm going to drag these bodies onto near the fire, and I'm going to put rocks over them. I'm going to give them a little bit of a burial, and I'm going to pray to P-Law, please, if they're reborn, bring them back as nice goblins.
It's a bit of a task, a bit of a chore
Yes.
as you bring them all over, start placing rocks over them. You're like, it's all sort of sinking in what's kind of happened here in this cave. And as you drag the larger body, the ashed, kind of burnt, crisped, larger goblin over and place some rocks over him, you are reminded of the thing that fell from his hand, that piece of paper.
Celestial. Do I speak Celestial? Yes, I do. I speak Celestial. Common and Gnomish.
Right. So yeah, you're thinking of that thing. Is it, you take it out of your. You've put it into your chainmail or something,
Yeah, just in my top pocket.
and you unfurl it to see this. Has that popped up for you?
Yeah, someone
Yep.
doing giant Kamehameha. Sorry.
Do you want to describe the image? What does Gildan
it look-
take from this?
Right, so it looks like it's in a mountain, like a volcano maybe. There's a dip at the top. But under there seems to be a cave, and there's three figures in there. One's holding maybe a sword or a stick on the right and on the left, and the one in the middle is shooting a beam or something up through the top of the volcano, like Goku firing a large Kamehameha.
What do you got there, Gildan? What's that?
I don't know. It's ancient manga.
Did you draw it?
This page, this piece of paper that you're looking at looks like it's been torn from a book, like a really ancient tome of some sort.
Oh.
Looks like it's been torn out, and then obviously it's been jammed into a goblin pocket or a piece of armor and held on to for a while. It's kind of a bit smelly, and but across the top, written in Celestial, are the words.
So sheepsip see Kelgert.
Which, with your knowledge of Celestial, you decipher as saying the fate of Kelgert. You're not sure what Kelgert is, but with context, it maybe is a name.
Fate of
The
Kelgert.
fate of Kelgert. Funny story, I was originally going to call him Kelgirth, and then Joe was the one that was like, you can't do that. You can't, because they're just going to do stuff with that. And I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
That's unfair. That's really unfair. I'm offended. Barely words.
Me,
Later tonight on the
I
Discord.
hadn't even thought about it. But
No, neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe's just like, you can't. So yes, the fate of Kelgert.
Kelgert.
The T in Celestial is often a th sound. So yeah, the Kelgert.
Is it?
I don't know.
So sheepsip. Okay. Hey, well, I'd say that Gildan has no fucking idea what this would be, but I do have an idea.
Okay.
But I don't. Well, you don't want theories.
Uh,
No, let's not do theories, because I would just be completely wrong or fucking.
no, but that's okay.
He's afraid that he's going to ruin the entire campaign right out the gate. That's what's happening here.
I think it's good. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm open to theories because there's been some serious thought about this, the design of this image. I have
Right.
tried to make it as ambiguous as I could possibly make it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I would love to. I would
That's why
love
it's
to
got
hear.
Goku.
Yeah. So I'd love
say
to.
that-
I'd love to hear theories on what.
Kelgert is gone Super Saiyan. No. What if he? Is it? It's like a beam extending. It's like a tube or cylinder extending up to the sky, right? In the middle of the Kalderra, and directly in the center. And if someone were to build a tube around that, it might form its own religion or something. Maybe Kelgert became, what's his name? Not Andros. Aristel. What? Am I close?
I'm not going to say whether you are or aren't close because the purpose of that drawing was to be very, very
It's good.
ambiguous.
It's got me thinking, that's for sure. But like I said, Gildan would not have thought of any of that.
Right. Would do any of your characters have any sort of? Because
It's got intelligence of 8.
yeah. What's everyone's intelligence levels?
14.
Oh yeah.
Pico just. Oh, you go.
Oh no. What's Biko?
Pico's 11.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's a bit smarter as well. What does Biko take from this?
Pico detests writing.
Okay, well, there's not much writing on this one, and you don't understand it anyway.
So it's a sweet drawing. He likes images and not writing, so he's quite happy to throw some brain power at that. But he doesn't think much of books for sources of knowledge or anything like that. So
Yeah.
he sees it as a sweet drawing, and that's probably where he
Okay.
look around the cave for something else.
Just like kicking some rocks around the room.
Yeah. Biko's got an idea for what we'll do next once we finish booking.
Okay. Lovejoy? What does Lovejoy sort of get from this page?
Lovejoy does not detest writing, which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I detest the original word. It's so good. It's like the absolute height of stupidity, isn't it? I detest anything written down. This guy's a doctor.
Does explain a few gaps in his skills.
Yeah, I think Lovejoy's looking at the top of that crater and thinking about the crater that is Kalderra, and there's that kind of, it looks like a beam of energy or something coming up through it. Yeah, that's probably as far as he's going to get. But he's now starting to think that because they're in a cave system that's roughly under Kalderra right now, aren't they?
Roughly, yeah. It was you sort of headed out of town, and then we're heading back towards town via a different route to find this cave.
Yeah. So I think Lovejoy's starting to think, well, there's must be something very powerful under Kalderra, or maybe the site of something under Kalderra that could be explored in the future. The fate of Kalgirth. It's a toughie.
Okay, cool. What was
girthy, meaty mystery to sink my teeth into?
Why did you tell us what you were going to call it?
I just thought it was a
thing
funny.
that you decided
I just
not
thought,
to.
I just thought it was a funny story. It was a good story.
Yeah,
And I know and it's back at Kalgirth. I'll just add an H back onto the page over the week. Biko, what was Biko doing after everyone was booking?
While everyone was booking and we were moving some goblin bodies around, he was looking at the scimitars that some of them dropped and the short bows, and he was thinking how many he could carry when we leave the cave.
Yeah, you could spend some time just scooping up as many and you could probably put a few of them into the nice bag of holding that you've got as well. So you can sort of start picking up some of their gear and swooping it down into the bag of holding. And as you do so, there's this weird bubbling and sort of gurgling sound coming from the pools, that sweaty bathing pool. And Lovejoy, you look sort of towards it, and the surface level of the water is sort of splashing around a little bit, but slowly sort of sinking down. It's just level, maybe a few inches at a time, just goes and just bubbles and burbles and sucks down. And then that crack that was reaching from the cave wall to that to the campfire just cracks continuously through between your feet, Lovejoy, and to the edge of that pool.
I think we should get out of here.
As you say that, the rest of you stop, notice that crack appearing, and the sound of the water. Suddenly that water starts just rushing down away from that surface level, and the ground opens up just beneath you all. What I will get is a dex roll from each of you.
Saving throw or
Dex saving throw, sorry, yeah.
Saving throw.
13.
17 plus 1.
Biko rolled dexterity for a lame roll, but then nat 20 is dex save.
Well, we'll take your first roll and we'll add your bonus from the save. So it's a total of 10 for Biko, 13 for Gildan, and 18 total for Lovejoy. It happens so quickly that neither of you are able to really get out of the way of this collapse. And as you fall down, you meet ground that is just hit with the rushing of the water from the pools. It's just the sweaty, stale water flowing all around of you. Lovejoy, you manage to sort of grab onto some of the rocks before it overpowers you and pushes you down into the darkness. One of the goblin bodies that were left in there sort of just push past and tumble past you as you just get sucked down deep into this beneath this cavern system. Lovejoy, with your dexterity saving throw, you manage to avoid instinctively just rocks as they pass you by, and there are points where you literally feel like there's no gravity before hitting crunch down onto more rock as the water pushes you further deep into this darkness. Biko, with your dark vision, you're trying to see as much as you can, but the water is washing around you. And you're using your dark vision to try and stay away from as many of these rocks that this water is pushing you down towards. Gildan, the candle atop your... is it
I do have
magic?
magic light.
Oh, it is magic light. So that stays on. So you're seeing just sharp rocks and mold and mushrooms and algae and stuff on all of these rock walls as the water just continues pushing you down, and you too find yourself weightless before crashing down into extra layers, and to eventually you all just feel weightless just for a little bit longer than feels comfortable before splashing down into complete darkness. For you, Lovejoy, you're completely lost with where you could be for just a moment before Gildan appears. Just this bright light splashes, almost like he's going down some sort of water slide, splashes down and gains some air and splashes down next to you, and Biko topples head over feet, smacking into a few rocks before also landing in the pool next to you. Biko, can I get a D6 roll from you, please?
Biko rolls a 6.
Biko has just smacked into a lot of the rocks on the way down and takes six bludgeoning damage on the way down.
Ooh.
And you all just find yourself, who knows where, deep underneath the caverns, underneath Kalderra. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Ooh.
Flushed.
you got flushed.
Oh, that is a twist I definitely did not see coming. I thought we'd be back up having a bloody shit beer and a bad meal.
Yeah. Cool. That was pretty much exactly what I wanted to get done tonight, so that's awesome.
So good.
Yeah. So sorry,
Gosh,
Biko was the only one that
tickling.
really took any kind of damage from that one, but
He didn't stretch this morning. He understands.
yeah.
Spending a lot of time in the cave system, aren't we?
For now.
Which I didn't expect either. So it's quite a subterranean adventure.
Yeah, it won't all be, but for now this is where we find ourselves.
Well, it will be if we fucking die.
Yeah, actually, it'll be the entirety of it if you die down here. That is true.
I thought that we might die before there were so many goblins.
I threw heaps at you lot. You guys killed 14?
Luckily, they missed a few times.
Yeah. The one thing I learned from Curse of Strahd is to not be so nice. I can actually just throw heaps, and I think it's worked. I think it worked pretty well.
Yes.
Only one death state.
Yeah. We've had Lovejoy in a dying state most encounters, but that's fine. Someone's got to be the squishy one.
Yeah.
All right, we're down. Yeah, in this sharp-looking cave. This cave looks a lot pointier than the
Crystalline.
other one. Yeah.
Salt.
It's just a build up of the goblin's sweat.
Oh, is that urine?
Sweat crystals.
Yeah.
Oh, rough. I'm going to sell that as artisan salt when I get back to the surface.
Yeah, how much
Break a
salt
few
was-
pieces off into the bag of holding.
Yellow salt.
It's an acquired taste, is what I'll be saying to my customers.
Himalayan piss salt or something.
The urine
Right.
caves.
Yeah, these are like kidney stones.
Oh, yeah, maybe we're in a big giant's bladder.
Ooh.
Yeah, they haven't been hydrated well enough.
Cool. Oh, thanks, guys. That was awesome. And thanks to everyone who stopped by to watch. Thanks for being patient with us. I know we had a few weeks off there, but hopefully we've come back nice and strong. I think that was a good session. I'm really excited about the where we're going from here. And what I will do is just have a quick thanks to our Patreon supporters. So big thank you to Andrew and Cappuccino, Lyndon, Matthew, David. Wait, is this actually giving me an accurate...
Wait a second.
Random name generator.
These guys aren't
You
the
failed
patrons
me.
at all.
Wait a
These are our biggest haters.
Can you get anti-patrons? There's like siphon money, maybe?
Maybe.
Goddamn tax man.
Yeah, the IID.
Here we go. You just click that button first, and then you've got the list. So thank you to Carl, Andrew, Cappuccino, Drop Shadow, George, John.
Wait a minute.
QSD, Lyndon, Squished, and the Foolish Fool. Thank you guys for your support through
Foolish
you.
fool.
Patreon. And obviously a big thank you to our ongoing subs through Twitch as well. You'll get a little shout out when you resub, so thank you guys. We'll call it there. We'll be back at the same time next week. And feel free to check our previous sessions on YouTube and come say hi in our Discord and support us however you want to support us. But yeah, we'll be back next week.
Thanks all.
Thanks,
Great
everyone.
game. See you
Oh,
later.
actually, I want to get better at doing one thing, which is sending like people like to another channel.
Oh, okay.
I need to do better at doing that.
Have you got a good one to send them to?
Let's have a look. I'm going to see who's actually playing.
Foot-oriented.
Foot oriented. Okay.
I gotta
Hot
jump.
tub.
See you all.
See you later.
All right, later, Adam. We've got a few people that are currently playing. Who's got viewers at the moment?
Never watched this Twitch thing. What is this?
Let's. Some people are playing Curse of Strahd, the Lost Archives. Let's send people through to them.
It's called a Twitch flush, right?
Yeah. We'll just flush you down into the underbellies of the Twitch caves. And just give them a good meets beats when you get there. I think that'd be a great response for the guys. So we've got that lined up. We will send you all over there in about 5 seconds, I think. 4 seconds.
Which
All
one's
right.
that one called?
It's called the Lost Archives. They're currently playing Curse of Strahd. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait.